U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
fake here on first down. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Ready, set. 19, 5 in. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Matt Judon. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. They'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the 1st down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
What a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
First carry here for Ken Walker.
And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 70 Lions. Go.
Here's the option.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Making an exclamation point. Instead, I think I put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down. And
look at this defense for the Vikings.
They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Horton. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 28-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll run here with a rookie from Washington. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Up the middle they go. Dorsey. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. The Vikings sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
Got it. Ready? Hey, check that. Here we go. Hup.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dorsey. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as it used to be, huh?
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Now a handoff up the middle. Dorsey. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Here's McCarthy. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, right? A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Back to throw now on first down. Throw out wide to Walker. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ready? Fix the eagle! Fix the eagle! Go!
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Horton. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7.
as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft.
Evades, and the ball is knocked out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close.
57 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
He was over 100 yards a week ago, and he's well on his way once again.
Say it with me, partner. Encore, encore. This guy's headed towards getting it done one more time.
Now it's Mason.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Jordan Mason,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage.
Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Seahawks 0. Will Reichard to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. It's a big play there for Seattle. 43 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Yeah, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Strike.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Viking 17-yard line.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable. And sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard.
Here we go. Hut, hut.
Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. Quick hitter here is complete. yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Gain of 4 yards.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Here we go. Black 40. Black blue.
They motion the running back out left. Working out of the gun, Mariota to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
2nd and 5. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Come on. Hey, go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Calling a big loss of 10 there. And it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it to the post for 3 points. Game on.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
In fact, there's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Dorsey. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 75 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs and here a loss of yardage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw McCarthy. A quick throw but incomplete. Trying to find Jordan Addison that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Now McCarthy. Open man, that's Felton. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the 1st. They get him to the ground at the 37.
An 8-yard gain.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Let's get back on 80. 70,
and second and 10, he'll look to throw again. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a third and long. Now back to throw. Has it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dorsey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 81 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Here now, 3rd and a yard. To the air with McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Dorsey. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Vikings sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they certainly had things humming, because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and now it's 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a handoff up the middle. Dorsey. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Throwing is McCarthy. Completes this to Addison out left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch,
and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes the sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
At the 40-yard line.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Well, it leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
Let's go now.
Now a play fake here on first down. Open man is Barner, the tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Horton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards there for number 15.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here we go, set. Bronco 80.
Give to Walker on the read option. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Ready.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down.
7 Pirates, 7 Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. From 4 yards out.
And the Seahawks take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
And the kick here no good, but a penalty flag is down. Looks like he got run into.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Now for the point after. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Vikings 17, Seahawks 10. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dorsey. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Third and 5. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Here's Horton.
call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Ready.
He'll look to throw.
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And the Seahawks, first down. A gain of 29 yards. First down, Seahawks.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
The tight end in motion right. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Ready.
They'll throw now on the final play. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 42-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And they'll get him down here at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Ready.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
2nd and 11. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's 3rd and 9.
Come on, come on. Hey.
They'll look to throw here. He finds his man complete. It's Horton. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
And defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, And how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, it's Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything. But in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball, because keeping on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game, a swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run the option. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line.
Here we go, sack.
On 1st down, Dorsey. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings add 6 to their lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. Back to Walker on 1st down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards for number 11.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, he finds Arroyo. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll toss this out right to Walker. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call it stupid.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. It's their quarterback with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks are back within a score. They'll try and throw for it. And he He's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. On play action, McCarthy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Pass complete to Addison. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the Vikings, first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Dorsey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Second and 12 at the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll keep it on the ground. Dorsey. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Let's go. 60 by 6. 60 by 6.
They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Go.
Up the middle they go. Dorsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Seahawks 20-yard line.
Now McCarthy. Complete. Jefferson the target. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here we go. Set. 70 Timberwolves.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy.
That is caught. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
To the air with McCarthy. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings will add to their fourth quarter lead.
Now the try here for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Vikings 31, Seahawks 21. Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Walker now on 1st and 10. And they get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They're going to look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
On first down, he dropped to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down in the yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Vikings 26-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That good for 19 and a first down.
Hey, go!
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
They'll set up to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now a handoff up the middle. Dorsey. And he stopped immediately there. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Yeah, this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick, but instead it's 3rd down.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was right for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And the Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw.
That's down the field. He's got Arroyo. Look at the big fella go.
And runs way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Elijah Arroyo.
59 yards.
And the Seahawks use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Next the score, Seahawks 35, Vikings 31. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On play action, now McCarthy. He gets it to Addison.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
19 yards. That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll try the left side. Dorsey. A solid stiff arm. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
174 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Throwing is McCarthy.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
Ready, go!
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings.
A 14-yard touchdown. And the Vikings answered back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here. And they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
Looking to put a drive together.
Hands it to Walker to begin the series.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
They come up with one timeout and a 2-minute warning to work with. Here's 1st and 10. This one goes underneath to Walker.
And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Let's go.
Back to throw. And it's complete to Mitchell. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line.
And the Seahawks, first down. A gain of 14.
18 Cardinals, 18
First down,
Cardinals.
Seahawks.
They'll look to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd down.
Ready, go.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
Shoves him away. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
He's back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Seahawks.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Michael Dixon to kick off for
The
Seattle.
kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw. He's got a man. Complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's first down.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, a break. First and 5.
He'll look to throw.
Addison hauls it in. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On play action, McCarthy. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
McCarthy operating from the gun. That's down the field for Jefferson.
And he's across for the touchdown. And it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Well, that is the definition, Charles, of delivering under pressure. The game-winning potential. There's still a little time left on the clock, but the potential game-winning drive, and it was well executed.
I think we're going to remember this possession for a long time. We called a bunch of games, but how about how they got it done down the stretch? Absolutely terrific. Barring some type of miraculous play in this last half minute, I think that touchdown just earned them the win. They really came up clutch when they needed it.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
Come on. Set. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
He finds his man, complete. That's Horton. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
60 Vikings, Cup 19, Buffalo 18.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
It's a game.
That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So for the Vikings, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.